So what I want to do is, since I wrote about creativity in my singing, I can do a lot of things. I write, um, I speak, but one thing that I would say that developed over my lifetime was my singing. When I was a little girl, I wanted to sing so much. And in fact, I have a mole on my face. My older brother used to say that I was going to be a movie star. And I would have to talk about the things that I wanted to be when I grow up. And I just never was able to pinpoint it down to one thing. I wanted to be a singer, a dancer, an actor, a writer. The list would just continue. And while writing was just natural to me, I could just make up songs out of my head and write them down, or make up poems out of my head and write them down. But I wanted to sing because I would write a song and I knew how I wanted it to go, but I didn't have anybody to do it for me. So the first song I made was based on a poem called Red Roses. And it's because one day I was walking down the street and I saw these beautiful red roses growing in my neighbor's yard. I wanted them so bad, but I knew I couldn't pick them, so I didn't. And I went home and I thought about it and thought about it. The next day I decided I'm going to go get them. I'm going to go at least get one. I'm going to at least get one. And so I went back up the street and they were gone. I don't know if the neighbor decided they wanted to pick some and put them in their house, or someone beat me to the idea of taking at least one. So I went back and I wrote about it. And this is one of the first songs I wrote. I don't know if it's the first song, but it's one of the first songs. It was red roses, where are you? I found you last night, now you're gone. I saw you this morning and lost you again. Red roses, where are you? That was my first song, even though I didn't see them that morning. It just seemed to fit. Then I got stuck on Oklahoma because when I was in the 5th grade, they did a play, Oklahoma. I was too scared to audition for the singing part, the Surrey with the fringe on top. I knew all the words. I just could not get myself to go and sing. I didn't even tell my family I wanted to do it. My family, I don't know if they even thought that I wanted to be a singer, but they knew I could write, and I love to read. I love books. So I didn't have the guts. But I had the guts around the house, because then I developed an interest in West Side Story, and I learned every song, and I made my friends, my family, always act out the parts, and we would do West Side Story. And my favorite one was Maria. But of course, I couldn't, be the guy singing Maria, but I wanted to be Maria. But my favorite song out of that story was Maria. I just met a girl named Maria. I love that song. And tonight, there's only you tonight. That might not be the right words to it right now, but the fact that I was able to just hear something and sing it, so I began to tell myself, why don't you at least try? So I tried out for the drama club when I got in high school. So this has taken a long time to develop, because I had to gain confidence in my singing. It wasn't enough that my family really knew I could sing. It was the confidence. That I had to have in singing. So none of the parts that I tried out for in high school had anything to do with singing. But I stuck with that West Side Story. So my brother, Kenny, played the guitar. Well, all my brothers sang and did music. And my brother Kenny played the guitar. And when he came home from the Air Force, he used to make up songs, and we'd play around, and I would sing along with him. And I loved it because it gave me confidence, because, I hadn't seen my brother, because I've been a kid, and, we had different moms, so I hadn't seen my brother. And so here's somebody almost like from the outside looking in, and they're telling me I can sing, and I'm telling them, well, you know, everybody can sing. My sister Sabrina, she sings, she's in the chorus, but I'm in the band. I just, you know, I love music, but I can't really sing. And so, you know, we did a few songs, you know, some of the songs he made up and everything, and I wrote poems, and that was pretty good. And then my brother Greg was in a band, and I wanted to sing with them so bad. I practiced all the time with them. I practiced all the time, but I wouldn't sing in front of everybody. So you're probably wondering, how did I practice? Under the dining room table. Yeah. I was under the dining room table. How can you sing under the dining room table? So, of course, I did not go with them to perform at the Boys Club that year. And finally, I started singing in church in the choir. And a couple of times I was asked to sing by myself. And I did. My favorite song was More Than Wonderful. He promised us that he will be our Father, and he will love us with a love that would not cease. And from that song, in front of a group of people that did not know me, I realized that it wasn't just about singing. It was about the words. It was about the impact of the actual words to other people. And so I developed a desire to sing as a ministry to people. And little by little, my confidence grew. Once I sang at a karaoke, I did Hero. There's a hero if you look inside your heart. You don't have to be afraid of what you are. But then I realized that the songs that I had interest in were always an inspiration to other people. Even, I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Inspirational. All of them are. So basically what I'm saying is that any talent, any creativity requires not just the ability to do it, but the motivation and purpose to do it. Therefore, I picked singing instead of the writing because I motivated myself to write. But singing required not just my family approval, but the approval from others and the purpose and a drive and a motivation to do so. Thank you. And that is it.